Well, good evening. For the second time in a week on her presidential campaign trail, Vice President Kamala Harris visits Houston. She addresses members of Sigma Gamma sorority at their national convention.
Fox 26's Sherman Desselle joins us live from George R. Brown Convention Center, who wraps up her visit here for us. Sherman.
Yeah, Anthony, Caroline, good evening. This is the Vice President's second time speaking in the city, and by tomorrow afternoon, it will be her third as she is set to speak at Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee's funeral. So this is also the third time that Harris has spoken at a sorority convention across the country. Analysts believe that this is a beneficial move for her because she has that connection to Black Greek-letter organizations and HBCUs. She's a Howard grad and a member of AKA. She said those in that room see the benefits of empowering women with fair wages, things like fair and equal housing, building up the middle-class families. She says she intends on pushing for protection for women and abortion rights, passing legislation for equity and racial justice, something that we've heard President Biden refer to. Harris told the crowd that what she said Trump said he would do if he was reelected.
Recall, Donald Trump has openly vowed, if reelected, to be a dictator on day one, that he will weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies, that he will round up peaceful protesters and throw them out of our country, and even, quote, terminate the United States Constitution.
So Harris urged everyone in the room to get to the polls and vote for an election that's less than 100 days away. She says there's a lot at stake here. Again, she is slated to speak at the late Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee's funeral tomorrow. Back to you.
Hey, Sherman, before you go here, there's a bit of controversy, lots of talk here. Former President Donald Trump spoke at the National Association of Black Journalists, that convention in Chicago. And in it, he questioned Harris's ethnicity and says she has failed at protecting the border as well. So did she specifically respond to the former president?
She didn't get too specific on any of the comments about the border, but she did say that she watched it. She said that, quote, it's the same old show. She says it was divisive and disrespectful. She also says America deserves a leader that understands that our differences shouldn't divide us. Back to you.
Thank you so much. And joining us now to get the Republican perspective is political strategist Vlad Davidic. Vlad, thank you so much for joining us. You listened to the speech as well. What were your overall thoughts?
Well, it was kind of empty, wasn't it? I mean, it's a very short, to-the-point speech. She's obviously speaking to a group of people who are in her corner. It's a sorority. But there was very little of substance or policy there. It was really just a campaign speech meant to pump herself up and make the audience feel good. It was very lacking from what we would expect from a presidential candidate.
Yeah, and then let's go back to Sherman's comment specifically here. When you talk about that, the former president basically questioned her identity, right, and say she turned black all of a sudden. What were your thoughts about that? Is that something that is helpful to the Republican Party as, you know, the former president continues to campaign? Is that helping in any way for those independents?
I think it was an inartful way of expressing something that everyone has seen for years now when it comes to Kamala Harris. Her identity, her presentation to the public is completely dependent on which audience she's trying to reach, and it's purely based on political expediency. Could he have said it in a different way? Could he have said that she uses race to divide and to attract attention and to attract support rather than policies and smart ideas? I think he could have done that.
And then let's talk about the Republican National Convention. So I went out to Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago, and, you know, a lot of the folks there spoke to the Harris County GOP delegates, and they said policy, policy, policy. Those are some of the things they wanted really from the vice president and the former president to talk about. What are some of the policies you think that you would like to see more of from Donald Trump on the campaign trail?
Well, from President Trump, obviously what we need to know is what plans does he have in place to reverse a lot of the failures we've seen in these last 4 years under President Biden. Certainly the border is not secured. President Biden's policies completely opened the border and allowed a surge of illegal migrants to come across the border, and with huge spikes in human trafficking, drug trafficking, and crime across the border that affects every single community. When it comes to Vice President Harris, I'm surprised that she came all the way to Houston and couldn't make her way down to the border to go see what's going on. And she was also invited to this Black Journalist Conference, but she declined because she wanted to spend their time with the sorority group. It's a 2-hour flight from Chicago. She could have easily done that. But and that would have been a great opportunity for her to get some serious questions from some serious journalists and actually confront President Trump on what her policies would be. She missed out on that because she wanted to spend time with this audience that was more of her liking.
And I just want to clarify, according to the NABJ president, they said that they did try to accommodate the VP to try to make that happen today, but of course she's here for the sorority event, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee's event as well, so there's a lot of scheduling conflict, but they are working to get that done and rescheduled for September. But thank you so much, Vlad, for joining us. We appreciate it.